Hello everyone, this is Animesh and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video we are going to do feature engineering and pre-processing of the stock data for Netflix. In the previous video in the sequence we learned how we can do exploratory data analysis on the Netflix stock data. So if you have missed my previous videos where we parsed the data from Y Finance and we did some exploratory data analysis, then you can check that out. I am providing the link for that. Now before COVID there was anomalies, so we will take the data, we will slice the data after the COVID event. So I'm just giving it a date like June 2020, and from there we want the data up till now. So now I have the data that is filtered as per our requirement, and now I'm going to do some feature engineering to it. I'm going to create two new features. One is max difference, which will give me the difference between the high value of the stock on that particular date and the low value, and another feature would be day difference, like the closing minus the opening price of this stock. So I'll just execute this, and now I'm going to create one more feature, which is an index, and this is RSI. It is quite commonly used in stock analysis, stock trading. You don't have to worry about this code because this code I have taken from Stack Overflow. If you want, I'll provide the link for the same. This is just one of the index which tells us what is the trend of the stock. So I'm just creating it and I am giving a number. This gives the then this timestamp in which the period I want to note this trend of this particular stock. So I'll just run this, and this gives me the new feature, which is RSI, and other two features that we have created. Here you will note that there are NaN values. So this is because that we have given this parameter as 10. So the top 10 values will be Na values. So we'll take care of that. We will fill these values with the minimum value in this particular column, just to have our data cleaned. And now I'm going to create another feature, which is Arun index. This is also another stock trading, stock analysis index that is being used, and don't have to worry about it. You can find this on the web very easily. So I have also taken it from there, and just execute this, and we get these two features also. And apart from that, I'll also be creating some more features, to name a few: EMA 12. So this is like exponential moving average with 12 day as a period, with 26 day as a period, and so on. And there is MACD, the moving average, and there are signal lines. So these are the some of the technical tools that are available. So I'm just creating the features out of it. So this, you can use it readily to get these features, and I'm applying it on the adjacent closing price of the stock. I'll just execute this, and since we have created so many features, I'll be creating a few more features. So one feature would be uh, this previous close feature. So this feature is nothing but getting the adjacent closing price of the previous day. So I think this could be an important feature that can help the machine learning model to do some kind of generalization understanding about the data. So I'll just execute this one, and then I'm going to create one more feature, which is nothing but the difference between the closing price of previous day and the current day. So although we might not have the closing price during the day, but what we can have is after the day ends, we execute this machine learning model and do the prediction. At that time we might be having this value with us. So that's why I added this feature, and I just execute this. So we have a bunch of features, and now I'm going to just clean this data with filling the NA value. So here you will see one is I'm filling the NA values with interpolation, and then I'm filling the NA values with the minimum value. I'll tell you why I am doing it. So let me just comment this out and just show it to you, executing this, and just show it to you that after even executing this interpolation method, this does not fill the NA values in these features. So I want to have these NA values also being filled. That's why I'm taking the minimum values to fill these particular uh, features in these variables. So I'll just execute it and I'll check. Now I get it all filled with the minimum values for the respective columns. And now moving forward, what I am going to do is now we'll be creating the target variable, the one that we want to do the prediction for. We want the machine learning model to do the prediction for change in tomorrow. So how we are going to create that is, so on the adjacent closing price of that particular day, what would be the closing price of the stock for the next day? So this is what it will give me. So it will give me the percentage change of the stock price for the next day. Okay, let's execute this and I'll explain you how this works. So this percentage, this is giving me that how the stock price decreased or increased in the next day, and this information I'm getting it in the first place. So I have this information on day 1 of June, that this would be the change in percentage in the following day. So it will be more clearer. I'll make this more readable for you. Let's first just check the adjacent closing price for all the days. So here you would see that on day 1 the stock price was 425. On the following day it became 427. So that means there is an increase of say 0.3% of the stock price. Okay, so this change I have noticed in the first place, so I have kept it here only, that there is going to be 0.3% in the increase in the stock price. Okay, so this is how we are going to feed the model with these variable, that there is a change of positive or negative of the stock price. We have this label ready with us, but you will note that there is a minus sign. Since the stock price is increasing, it should be the plus sign. So this is nothing but we are just going to clean this up. We are just going to multiply this variable with -1 so that the signs are reversed, and it's absolutely fine. The data processing is absolutely correct. So meanwhile I'll just add one thing to it, this statement, so that it is clearer. So if you look at the change from the first day to the next one, the price decreases. Therefore, the first value of the previous output should be negative. So I've mentioned this here. And now let's just multiply it with -1, and I just multiply it with -1 and I get the correct percentages. Now these percentage is in decimal, so let's just make it more readable. So what I'll do is I'll just multiply this particular column with 100 so that I get exactly in the terms of percentages. Okay, so this gives me that 0.3% the stock price is going to increase tomorrow. This is the forecast. This is my target variable. I hope this would be now clearer to you. Now forward, we are going to deal with the outliers. So we are going to do the capping of the outlier with the percentile method. So now we are doing clipping of outliers in each and every variable with 98 percentile. And on executing this, I am getting the data which is free from the outlier. Now let's do some more exploratory data analysis. Since we have the target variable change tomorrow of the stock price, let's just see with the line plot how it looks like. This is how with a line plot the change of percentage in stock looks like with the passage of time. And now let's look at the distribution of this particular column, and we see that the distribution looks like quite normal. It is free from any skewness. So now let us see what would be the standard deviation that we can expect. So I'll just check. So this says that it is around 3.39. So we can say that approximately 68% of the changes in the stocks are happening between minus 3.39 to plus 3.39. That we can say from the insights that we get from the standard deviation. And now I'm going to create a sign change labeling. So we are going to do a classification machine learning model. So our use case will tell us that is the stock price going to go up tomorrow or it is going to go down tomorrow. So that will be the classification we'll be doing using a machine learning model. So I'll just create another change in this percentage change of tomorrow with 1 and minus 1. So 1 would be that the stock price would increase tomorrow, and minus 1 will say that the stock price would decrease tomorrow. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's do that. So if my stock price is greater than 0, that means it increased tomorrow, so it will be 1. And if it is less than 0, then it decrease, so it's minus 1. So this is using np where. Okay, I'll just execute it and let's just check. So we get 1 and minus 1. So let's just do a kind of a dry run. So my stock price increased from 425 to 427. So it predicted that tomorrow the stock price is going to increase with plus 1. And it says minus 1, that means the stock price is going to fall tomorrow. So from 427 it fell down to 421. So this is how we do the feature engineering and pre-processing of our data, stock data, for machine learning model. So in the next video I'm going to create the machine learning model for you and see how our model performs and how our model is able to predict the stock price for the next day. So that's all in this video. I hope you guys like this video. Please do subscribe to my channel and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.